There we go. Testing and recording. Ooh, yeah.
We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great.
All right, what do we got? What do we got to start up here? Gonna start up like all the things. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Watch the trailer. Enjoy.
Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful.
don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. Doom 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 doom. Oh, music. There we go. Little music. How's the music? Oh, we should probably connect these. Ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Ta-da! Put that there. I really should puppet like this more often. I know I've mentioned it, but for real. This would make posing pretty easy. I mean, the hips. Oh no. Okay, so this is the hips and this is the chest. So we can't sit anymore. Oh, maybe we should fix that code tonight. I can share my deep dark secrets of how I am going about walking and talking. Okay, hold on. Get this guy put away over here. I know, Slime. I know you're unhappy with how we're juxtaposed here. Okay. And boom. Boom. I still miss the little mew. Mew was super cute. Okay. Oh, no, did we lose our dashboard? Did we lose our... Wanted to call it the Steam dashboard, but that's not quite right. That's not quite... It's not the Steam dashboard. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. You know what? Let's get out of here. Let's go... let's go over there. This is our TED Talk. This is our TED Talk. There we go. Let's start the show right here. Okay, where was I? Mobile dashboard. Mobile dashboard. Here? Here? What was that? Oh, no, I should probably listen to that. Yeah, the music is a little loud. There. Aha. You know what? Much better. Maybe a little classic headphones here. Okay, let's see. Turn the music down just a smidge. If you can't hear the music, please let me know. Okay. I think that's all the widgets and what's-its. Is that all of the widgets and what's-its? Yes, that should be everything. It's a smidge quiet. Okay. It is so difficult to balance the music. Maybe there. Yeah, I left this right where it was, so that should be fine. Yes, audio balancing is difficult, especially since, like, if I test it on my phone, there might be some kind of, like, some kind of, you know, audio balancing in the phone to distinguish between, you know, voice and music. Built-in garbage. On the computer, I disabled as much of that as I could, and then re-disabled it after updates. But I noticed when I slide the system audio up and down from the little corner of your Windows menu, or your taskbar where the clock is, you can adjust all the thingies. If I slide that down, sometimes it affects how OBS picks it up. It is a mystery. It is a mystery. Oh, some sunshine. That reminds me, I'm going to I'll need to find out where I put the sunshine code. Because my sunshine button, or my set the direction of the sun button, got co-opted for the spout put. Oh, I gotta see though. Are we walking? Are we walking talking? Still a little. Should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming. This one? 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 Some of these buttons. Did I not put a teleport spot? I could have swore I put a teleport spot over here. Oh. There we go. You know what? We'll leave Winamp up for the anniversary here. There we go. And it looks like I still didn't. Yeah, it looks like I still didn't move this point light right here. Of course, this leads to fun. So sometimes I think I should just leave in the quirks for fun. All right. Sadly, the robot. Well, let's. Okay. Oh, geez. What did that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Sadly, the robot will not be joining us for chat. Sadly, the robot will not be joining us. Can I bring him over? Hold on. Let's see. Filters. What if I copy this filter? Can I put it here? Will that work? Paste. I don't think that'll work because it's what you guys see and not. No, that definitely won't work. Hold on. I was trying to think about it. One too many steps. Remove. Yes, remove that filter. But robot gets his rest. I brought him back in. He's over there. It's funny because I'm looking at what you guys are seeing over here, and then the Rustyverse project right here. But yes, the robot gets his rest. I was gonna have him on for one last job. Isn't that what they isn't that what they say? Like, you know, in the movies, when the detective is about to retire, but he needs to do just one last job. Yeah. No, he's hanging his head here, over here in the side of the office, resting. I had him all hooked up, ready to go. Figured he might not last the whole stream anyways. Before the old man needs to go take a nap, right? But no, I turned him on this time and his neck went. Let me. This one. And where's bigger? Zoom in. Ah, his neck right here went this many degrees, even though it was set to the correct, the correct angle. It went this way. It's like, okay, something odd, but we're still cool. We're still cool. And then I engaged his eyes and the lens. Why am I pointing at this lens? This one is the main star here. It started hit its limit. It hit its limit on 2 directions too. That's not normal. Normally only the vertical would have the issue where it would go like just a little bit beyond and then flip up and then even out. Don't know why. The numbers aren't supposed to go like that. But because there's limits on the angles that the lens can go in software and over on the board that's inside of Rusty's head. But yes, so his eye started going crazy. Hold on, I need to send a text. There we go. Text sent. Yeah, no, the eye hit its limit on 2 different angles and then started grinding and like bouncing back and forth like this. So he didn't quite make it for the 2-year streamiversary. He's here. He is here with us. We had a little to put a little halo around his head. I put a little halo around his head, yes. But sadly, the robot couldn't join us for tonight. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go over to the robot room. Okay, where are we? We're over here. The robot room. I'm gonna add this teleport spot in tonight because he will live on. The robot, he will live on. There we go. Here we go. Oh. Where are we? Get the cursor out of there. This gear is the one that started off tilting about 30 degrees. Let's see. It would have spun this way because it's, 2 gears. So when it spins one way, the main part moves the other way, the opposite way, right? And then the other servos that were having problems, are they here? Oh, they are here. Hello, welcome to the inside of Rusty, Le Robot. So this servo right here, I don't have it all modeled. I will though. We are going to make this a project finish this part of the project in honor of Old Man Rusty, the robot. A little dark in here. Let's make it a little brighter. Oh, do I have the foot pedal? Oh, I gotta check to see if the foot pedal is plugged in. That would make some of this so much easier. There we go. Sorry, had to fix my earpiece, which funny enough is in the opposite ear. It's so I can listen to the cool tunes. Okay, so yes, this servo controls the lens behind me to go side to side because it pushes on. Let's see, I can look at him. His head's right there. His head is right there now. It pushes on a spot right about here. There's a connecting rod spanning this distance, so I would have to limbo underneath it. Yeah, I would have to limbo underneath it right about here. And then this servo, This servo over here controls the vertical, the up and down movement of Rusty's eye. And I suppose I can go like this. We can go like this, see? Because this is the digital Rusty. We are a 2-scale representation of the physical robot. So this here, this went wee. Yeah, so he gets a little resting time tonight. He'll be here not in spirit because his computer's now turned off, but he will be here in physical form with us in the room, in the audience to enjoy. Yeah, to enjoy the streamiversary. But in his honor, here we are, inside Rusty's head. I'm just trying to see what is all the main components are here. We just don't have cabling run everywhere. We started to. It definitely looks like we started to get some cabling here. We've got right here is the best example. We got the tricolor cable here to run a servo. In fact, this one is over here. This is the side antenna, which would be right here, as this one. And the 3 cables are positive and negative power. Negative power? Or positive and ground? I guess it'd be positive and ground. However that works. And then the pale yellow is the control signal. So that's not actually feeding this box. This box is an open servo. This is the neck servo. It does the side to side. Side to side. There's a board that sits right on top of here. You know, I should just put a picture of it in the engine, in the game here. Maybe as a blueprint on the wall. Brilliant, Rusty. Brilliant. Yes. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put it over here. And then maybe hang up some fluorescent lights in here or something. It's a little dark. It's a little dark. We only had like one spotlight hanging. One curiously pink spotlight. Work light even over there. Get some bugs flying around outside. A missing texture, which light leads this lovely Pepto-Bismol pink. Oh, and if you want to see what the gears look like, here's the gear train. The old gear train. This is the old gear train for Rusty's neck. Many Rusties ago. Well, not many Rusties ago. A few iterations ago. Yeah, why don't we put those directly in the engine? In here. I could use a TV. A monitor. I could drop a monitor in here. Or I could just maybe I'll just pin them to the wall for now. But yes, what they would look like. Here, let's minimize that window. Because we're doing display capture instead of game capture, I can just drag files all over the place. All right, stream slideshow. What do we got here? What do we got? But yes, it's neat that we are a 2-scale replica. How on earth do I not have that in the stream slideshow? Okay. Must be pick some parts. Okay, here we go. From almost a year ago. Oh wait, I can do this here. Watch this. This one? Nope. Failed completely. It was this one. Okay, let's try this again. That is embarrassing. Excuse me. How dare. We never have scuff. We never have scuff on a Rusty Robot stream. Teleport. Gonna need to put in that teleport one of these days. Okay, where were we? Let's go back up the stairs. Are we walking crooked here? Okay. So here we are. Here we are. Knee deep in the dead. Wait, no, that's Doom. Okay. The button is 6, not 3. There we go. Okay, how does this look? Can't believe I didn't have this in the right folder. So, should we match up the angle? That's a thing. Okay. Something like this. We'll go with something like this. Close enough. Ta-da! Look at me doing wonderful cropping and professional display here. Okay, so what we have here, I need it always on top or something. And shut the light, shut the sunshine off. Okay, okay. For real this time. So what we have here is, here's the gear to my right. So stage left? Stage left? Yes, stage left. Also known as your left. So there's this gear right here. The lovely herringbone pattern, the angled gear tooth gives it good traction. And then it also doesn't wander side to side. Makes it really good for 3D printed stuff. Let's see. Because it's easier to 3D print than to actually manufacture gears like this. That is rather difficult. You need specialized equipment or be clever about it. Most of the time what they do is they make one gear at one angle, another gear at the other angle, and then they stick them together. Otherwise, there is a specialized machine that it is really neat to watch. A specialized machine that cuts the gear profile all jaggedy like that. And if you don't know that's difficult, you don't know. Okay, let's see. This servo, yes, we can still see the cursor. This servo is right here, right here. You can see it's not hooked up and doesn't have this nice bracket here holding it. Above my head is these cables right here. Looks like when I took this picture, they were not nicely pinned to this ceiling here, or on my mic stand. Yeah, they weren't nicely pinned to the ceiling. And this is the little board I was talking about, which is right here on top of this servo. See this box right here. And then it has little cords sticking out, which are not completed yet, like this one is. So yes, we will complete this mess. It'll definitely be a bless this mess kind of deal. Aye. Yes. It would have been nice to have him join us for one last time. On the good news front, first of all, let's that's his foot pedal. Okay, let me see what's actually in this folder. Oh yes, so this little behind the scenes, this is, I should throw this into the rusty room somewhere too. This is the literal foot pedal that I have underneath my desk that I rest my foot on, and that rotates Rusty's body from side to side, because he does not have a servo that does the head side to side. So this controls his neck, and I modeled some of this on stream. Do I have more pictures? Oh, that's what it looks like. He uses a bike brake line. That's what this is right here. And then I modeled these up in CAD, matching pieces. So this is the foot pedal that fits inside of this lovely fixture here. It works okay. A better version of this would have been like a bass drum pedal, thump, 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 with little chain on top, and that would have been a better version of this. Because this, like many things, was a not stopgap, but an early version that was going to be replaced. So I wanted to have a forward and reverse. Think of like a cordless drill, or not even a cordless drill, a drill. So when you pull the trigger on a drill, you know, it'll move. It'll move as fast as you squeeze it down, more or less. It's a little potentiometer in there. It controls how fast it goes, you know, how much power is being sent to it, basically. And then I would have a forward reverse rocker on there, so that I tip my foot forward and it would go in one direction at whatever speed I'm angling at, and you tip the foot back and it would go the opposite direction. That was going to be version 2 of this, and we didn't quite get that far. There we go. Here's the other side. Let's see if I can walk over here. Not that there's much to walk around to, but this one, this one, this one. Let's do this one. Ta-da! Here? Here. There we go. This is the same shot, or the same back position, slightly moved to the side. I mean, Rusty's head is about 11 inches, 10 inches. I should say my head is about 11 inches wide. Just a little bit wider than a baseball cap. A little bit. But that was part of the goal of having him be person-sized, is we could have funny dress-up stuff, like wearing a baseball cap, or well, the headphone. You know, using reclaimed electronics materials. The headphone, the disk drive. You know, these are actual things scavenged from electronics. The lens is a camera lens. The lens that's back here, yeah, that's a camera lens. And here in front of me is the Arduino Mega. This one specifically is a Keys Plus. A fine board. However, I think a couple of my pins are getting a little wore out. I don't have them soldered because we're a work in progress. So I think some of these up here, this is an earlier photo. Earlier photo that does not have the CNC stepper board on top of it, because his neck now has a stepper motor, like in a 3D printer. But yeah, yes, I think a couple of these little pin sockets are getting a little wore out from constant jostling, you know, when he's moving around. So what this does, this tangle of cords, this is a power board. So the little connecting wires to the servos, the motors. When I say servo, I mean this little, like behind me right here. Here's the back end of the lens up and down. Okay, that's the neck, but the lens up and down. So it tilts it. Yep. Look up, look down, look up, look down, like that. And you got the little cable coming out. There's a little circuit board in there that tells, basically tells the motor how far and how fast to turn. And then there's a whole bunch of little gears inside of the box that slow down and lend the motor strength. Slow it down. Yeah, because the little motor is tiny and it spins very fast, or very muchly. Spins very muchly. But the output on these servos only goes 180 degrees. So let's say 90, 180, and 0. My tracking can't quite do that, but that's the idea. Well, anyways, all these cables go here. They get power from... is it on the screen? It is on the screen. They get power in here, which feeds all the servos I want right here with a power brick. And then the little signal cables go back here onto the Arduino board. Now, if I wanted to do a more robust version of the robot, not using an Arduino, but something faster, I could use a Pi, or, you know, Raspberry Pi, or like an ESP32, or even a newer version of Arduino. A Mega is a fairly old design at this point. Yes, robot history lesson. Well, rusty robot history lesson. And how that works in the Rustyverse. Oh wait, one more fun shot. What is this? Oh no, don't be moving sources around. Don't be moving sources. Move this thing around. Here we go. What is this? This is 2000. So this is 2024. June of 24. It looks like this must have been right when I decided to go with that power board instead of so many different options, because I wanted more. I wanted more little doodads and what's moving around. So more servos, needed more power. Because this board can only supply power to a few servos. I think 7. It's one of the neat things about this brand's, this particular model, is it has onboard power. Here it is, right here. Onboard power. So it can supply power to the servos, as opposed to regular Arduinos. Stock Arduinos? Something. But yes, so I needed this. But yeah, I had tried a few different kinds of boards. Oh, this creature. Yes. This? Can we see these? There we go. I gotta see what you guys can see. This, in theory, would work great. In practice, I bought a rando brand that had decent reviews. However, it could not carry enough power. In fact, this power jack didn't work. You had to supply power through somewhere else. I think it was this pin and one of the other pins. It couldn't supply enough power, and so it caused all those little servos, even tiny ones, to just jitter and not work correctly. And it took me a while to figure that out. Unfortunately. Much testing, and testing out different servo libraries and all that fun stuff. Should I be in just chatting, or should I be in software? Now that I think about it. I think we'll stay in software and game design here. But you know what? Oh wait, here we go. Another classic. Nothing to do with what's behind me. But this was on stream once. It's a year in review. Why not? Why not? So this is a 3D printed me. Because hey, if you're a 3D VTuber, why wouldn't you 3D print yourself? To take over the world. Or at least chaos? So I was making parts for the robot on stream. Just little plastic bushings to hold the new gears for the neck. Little plastic bushings so it could nod and tilt and all that fun stuff. But before I actually machined them, I stuck my action figure version of me in the machine and let her rip. There's an emote. There is an emote. Where's the emote? Do I have it on like tier 1 or something? Or do I have it for free? If it's for free, there it is. I know what it is. It's really small to see, but I know what it is. And now you also know what it is. Yeah. Okay. We might come back here tonight. We'll see. Let's see. What else we got going on? What else we got going on here? Doom, 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 doom. Next track. That loop is a little looped. Okay. So should we do... Seem awfully stiff. Should we do... What should we do tonight? I do want to talk more about what we've done for the last 2 years, but maybe we'll take a little break for that. Maybe we'll take a little break for that and ponder the void. Can we pick up this box? Can we, if I bend over? Can we pick up this box? We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. In fact, we're going to fix that right now. Where's my cursor? Bam. Let's add in, first of all, let's bring me in. Hello. Let's bring me in. And oh, are we still here? Nope, this is the last image. When we're not running Spout, or when we're not running Rustyverse, the connection, oh, ad starts in 4 seconds. Or the connection between OBS and Unity pauses or stops. So this is the last thing we saw. So let's head over there. Oh geez, what would that be called? Rusty Big? I think Rusty Big is he who T-poses. Yes. Space scene. Oh man, the space scene. Should we bring back the space? We'll bring back the space scene for later tonight. Fruitsy, welcome it. He who T-poses. He who T-poses. All hail. All hail. Also known as Rusty Big. He is indeed Rusty Big. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Where are we? Where are we? There we go. There we go. All hail he who T-poses over us. In fact, we can watch him on the screen. There we go. Picture in picture of they who T-pose, because now there's many of Rusty Big. Yes, yes. I do leave clever misspellings in the code, so there might be in fact be a Rusty Big in there too. And because I'm the only one working on this, I don't feel bad about leaving some of those spelling errors in, because I enjoy them. And in the end, right? you gotta have fun with this. Okay, there we go. The old monitor is looking pretty good there. Get the Windows screensaver, of course. I'm on that side. There we go. You got the Windows screensaver. You've got at least one monitor working. I should get this one working in green. This is the old office, the test office. Here's profits for one thing. I had to leave this in. This is part of the asset pack. You gotta love that. But there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Fruitsy. We can turn the screens on and off now. Ta-da! I click them. Well, when I package this up, when I package this project up, so I'm not running the Unity environment here, I'm gonna hide the cursor, which will help with the on-screen interface as well. Ta-da! And they're showing different things too. Limbo of the Lost. Limbo of the Lost. I don't think I'm familiar with Limbo of the Lost. Limbo, the game. The lovely black and white game. Limbo. We should do a Limbo scene. That'll get me in a rage quit at least once. At least once. But yes. Notoriously bad PC game. Limbo of the Lost. It does involve the... Hold on. We can do this. Does it involve limboing? Limbo, eh? The beauty of 3D tracking is we can now limbo. Oh, and it didn't screw up my positioning either. That's kind of nice. Well, oh, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit right with the waist right there. One thing I am still pleased. It still needs work. I'm pretty pleased with. We can walk and talk at the same time because I found a way to blend the things together. Very strong core. Yes. If this one wasn't strapped to my chest now, with a GoPro mount, I could do more fun twisting with the chest tracker. Yes. This one? Oh wow, that is way too close. That's an interesting offset. I think I need to adjust my camera offsets because that's hitting the walls or something. What is that doing? Oh, it's set for when I'm way back here. Oh, I was thinking too far ahead. Here we go. Go here. No. I think I need to adjust a closer offset, camera offset hotkey. So many hotkeys. The smart thing to do would be to put another camera slider on, possibly with my wristwatch. Nope, wrong hand. Let's try this one. This guy. I really need to work on my not Pip Boy. What are they called in Mass Effect? The little projector thingies that show up. The Omni tool. Oh, this would look sweet as an Omni tool, actually. You can see it is ready to go. Definitely not just a template object. It is button and stat. Yes, an interface put directly on my wrist. I do like about Unity that you can do things like, clickable buttons and stuff. This is a 2D. This is a 2D overlay interface. I forget the exact terminology for it. UI, and then it's just, I think it's on a quad, or the canvas is just attached to my wrist. It might just be attached to my wrist, and now it's gone. Oh, and because of our equipment system, the next object is in the way here. Hold on, let's turn that light off. The old flashlight. This will be much better for exploring the factory now, wouldn't it? Another fun thing we added. You know what? I'm on the screen, so we don't really need that guy. Another fun thing we added. The clock now moves slowly. I was going to make it so that every time the clock comes back into view, it would be a different time. So you come over here, la 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 la. Oh yeah, what? Oh, and now it's mysteriously a different time. I mean, technically with the way that clocks work, that is 100% how that does work. Whoa, laser pointer. Nothing? No more? Okay. Yeah, technically that is how it works, because that's how clocks work, right? Theoretically, every time you look at it, it is a different time. Yeah. Wait, are we missing something? We're missing something here. There we go. Now you can hear me better. Now you can hear me better. But yes, I just want to thank everybody for stopping by for the fun little streamiversary here. Where are we? Be nice if I hid my cursor all the time, but I would have to package the project up for that. There we go. All the little things that I frequently forget. Are we've built. You know, it's like, what have we all done over the last 2 years? 2 years. The first stream, the very first stream, we were working on the VTuber. Let's get a little more light in here. We were working on the VTuber. The very first stream in January 9th, 2024. It's 26 already, isn't it? Yeah, 2026. But yeah, the very first stream, we were working on that. And then, let's see. A couple streams of that. And then Dungeon of the Endless, which we finished a run on Wednesday's stream. Playing some Dungeon of the Endless. Let's see, well, you know what? We have all the VODs. Oh, why am I not just saying, if you want to check out the early streams, the well-neglected VOD channel, and even worse neglected actual channel. Although the last short I posted did numbers, for me anyways. It is interesting though, you can tell exactly when YouTube stops promoting a video, like a short. You can tell, like, it'll go and it'll hit that number, and there will be, no matter what you do, unless you repost it again and again on social media or something, it's like, boom, that is the number. No other discoverability unless they link to it from somewhere else. Get linked to it, like one of your other videos or a social post or something. The joys of the social and the media. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Rusty. VODs. You know. Ooh, here we go. Is this all of them? That is all of them. How many gigabytes? Can we do a guess? How many gigabytes of Rusty VODs? Oh, wow. That's not a small number. It's not a huge number because we only stream usually a maximum of twice a week. And it looks like I had the bitrate kind of clamped down in the early days. Same computer. We didn't switch computers. We did not switch computers, but I'm gonna turn off the eyes. They're a little distracting. But yes. 957 gigabytes. And that should be accurate because, yes, because I backed up the last couple to my hard drive this morning. Yes, 196. Now we didn't have 196 streams because some of them are busted into chunks. Yeah, where, you know, the stream would cut out or the recording would cut out and I'd be able to hop back in. Especially when we were testing out all the early Spout stuff. Yes, when we were testing out the early Spout stuff, it liked to crap out on us like all the time. Wait, where was that? Where was that button? There's a button here somewhere. Is it this one? I got distracted. Oh, the warehouse lights are the danger box here. On. off. I do need to fix this emissive texture up here. So it looks like the spotlights, they're not spotlights, the warehouse lights, the big halogen, expensive to run lights. Make sure they turn off. But yeah, no, 196 items. But yeah, some of them are, yeah, especially the Unity streams. When we use VLC in this house. But yeah, you see like right here, it's like Unity part 1, part 2, part 3. My guess is we are doing some spout shenanigans. And it would unfortunately crash a lot. That was back in Unity 2022, 21 or 22. But when we switched to Unity 6, smooth sailing. And I rewrote some of the spout code. Not much. Not much of the spout code. Mostly fixed a couple things so I could get the nice transparent background or output. Transparent output. Doom. You know what? We're gonna skip this section of the playlist. It's fun background, but there we go. The soundtrack we are listening to is the Total Music Collection. Total Music. Now that's what I call royalty-free music, part 8. No, what is it called again? View file info. Useless. Okay. I think I bought it I got it in a Humble Bundle. Whole collection of different soundtracks for your streams, your videos, your games, etc. Content creation, and I don't mind these. They're pretty nice. And another nice thing is the volume is consistent. Let's see, I've got the cinematic synth soundtrack. Wow. Let's bring this up. It's the same as you see over in the corner of the screen, but we're doing behind the scenes today. I doubt we'll get anything done, but that's okay. So this particular batch, they also have like rock and naturey sounds and stuff like that. Maybe we should have some like crickets chirping in the background or something. Crickets chirping. Me when I'm talking to myself at the start of stream, crickets chirping. Electronica, industrial techno. Sounds of the 80s, and then trap loops, which we just skipped over. One of them in particular, I think it's trap 3, puts me to sleep. Starts to. Especially since if I start at the beginning of the playlist, that's right around the like 2.5 hour mark. So when we should wrap up stream anyways, on most nights. Oh yeah, this one's I'm familiar with. What we used before this, backing track, I believe. Was it backing track? Backing track or stream beats? I would hate to get it wrong. They both make fine music. So our early streams. This one. Streams. Oh, we use backing track. And they have a whole bunch of stuff. Also royalty free. Love them. Go check them out. I do like the synth rock. And let's see. And they have some themed ones like some Halo themed. Yeah, Slayer, Wars, Forerunner. But yes, the synth rock is probably my favorite. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Binary Sunrise. Hype Train DX. Fun stuff. I do want different configurations of light in here. I think that is what I'm going to do in here. In here. Here. Nice wide angle shot here. Yes, different lighting presets. There we go. Because yeah, I could change the light levels with a slider, or turning it on and off as that switch was over here somewhere. But I think different lighting presets. Wouldn't it be nice? I could have them hidden in like items. I could have them hidden as like, oh, if if the streamer who is watching us were to, you know, click on this acetone can or whatever this is right here, you know, maybe that'll change the lighting configuration. You know, red lights or studio lighting or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Ideas. Oh, I am starting to... I gotta reset my tracking. I am now side posed. Hold on. Boom. There we go. I still miss it with Slime VR. That doesn't have the little meow sound when you let's see, are we showing any IP addresses? No. It doesn't show the or doesn't play a little meow sound when you do a full reset. Sadness. Oh, but here you can see my two trackers. This is me rotating, and it's really only tracking my, well, you can't see me gesture. It's really only tracking from my my hip position to my chest tracker. So like when I bend like that, I still don't know why it bends kind of side. It's curious. But my hip tracker is, because I'm seated, it is just sitting on my desk. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, the hip tracker is just sitting on my desk. So if I do want to do some like shenanigans like we were doing earlier, like the limbo. Yeah, hold on. Limbo, we can easily win most limbo competitions. Oh, and we can limbo while walking now. These are very important skills. Oh, although honestly, in this warehouse, it might be a good skill to limbo underneath some of this busted equipment over here. All right, will this help us in here? Oh, geez, go away! Yeah, too close. When your camera light gets too close. Okay, can we get underneath here by limbo? We can limbo underneath this pallet rack. Here, hold on. Come on, where was it? There we go. There we are now underneath the pallet rack. There, that's actually pretty funny. There's another low spot on this side here. That we can't get through. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, see, because the collider for this pallet racking is a little excessive. But if we limbo, maybe. Nope. Can't limbo under that one. In real life, I could do it. Okay, let's hide that. In real life, I could do it. Oh. Once upon a time, no, it was more than once. A few upon a times, I did work on installing in warehouses, installing as a side job, installing pallet racking. And when you're a nimble high school, I think it was in high school and college. Yeah, I did it a few times. When you're very nimble, you have good balance and stuff, you can go you can go way up there. Where are we? Way up there. Now ideally Ideally, they won't be topsy-turvy like this. That's not a good thing. But yeah, if they're more straight up and down, I think like this one, or like the one over there. That one's not too bad. But yeah, no, hopping around up on these rails, totally OSHA safe. Yeah, totally, definitely OSHA safe. Wearing proper safety gear. Way up over yonder. Much like these broken pipes. Very OSHA safe and not at all sketch. Oh, many. There we go. Yeah. In fact, I don't think I even had safety boots. Or safety toes. I think I'm pretty sure I was up there in my tennis shoes. Tennis shoes, a bucket of nuts and bolts, and am I on the impact crew? No, I think I was literally just like running around. They put the cross members on, put the verticals up, put the cross members in place, and I'd be up there. No, yeah, I was ratcheting them, tightening them up, putting the nuts and bolts in. So walking around on it, these are, you know, loosely assembled, and I'm just like, wee, you know, running along on a little metal channel. Good times. Good times. Glad I don't do that anymore. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? If only we had a flashlight or something. Why is it so bright in here? There we go. A little less light. I turn my camera light off again. This camera seems a little bright. Thought it was 0. I'm just gonna start hitting keys. You know a key we haven't hit in a while? You know a key we haven't hit in a while? This one. Oh, we're the robot. We are just the robot today. Yes. We are not definitely human. We are just the robot. Excellent. Okay. Bring some of that lighting back. Too bright? Too bright. This is one of my more favorite not inventions. Things that have been created. But seriously, how do I get rid of this bright ass light? This one? Oh. That's the I. I for idea. Where should we teleport now? A classic. The red. This came in handy during the Halloween streams. For Halloween month. The color combination especially. But do we prefer blue or orange? I kind of dig the orange with the red. Yes. Very nice, very nice. Oh, if you look real carefully, you can see where the antlers are sticking through. There it is. Right there, right there. Oh, that's fun. You know, I like the idea of the moth antenna. I do need to fix it though. I do need to fix it. You know what? Let's buzz around in the Bodom's hat for a bit. What do I have the lens hooked up to? Like what's doing the rotation? I thought the rotation is broken. The rotation's broken when I brought it over to this model. It should be with the eye moving back and forth when I do like that. That's another thing to fix. Let's fix that now because we got sidetracked. I blame Fruitsy. Oh man, that was a long distraction, wasn't it? That was all the way back here. All the way back here. But first, where is head? Head point. Head point. No, no, not that. No, no, head point. Empty head. Show me empty head. There we go. Scope Dog 001. There were apparently going to be more of them. Hide the antlers for now. Okay. Well, it's unfortunate that World Zero is in the middle of the factory here. Okay. So, Scope Dog Visor Lens Group Rotation Constraint to eye right of an eye that no longer exists. Eye. Of an eye that no longer exists. Okay. So let's fix that. Oh geez. I have a few eyes. Oh boy. Okay, let's find that eye. It should be easy enough. IR for IR. There, we did a thing. We can go back to goofing off now. Reminiscing, not goofing. Close up. We are on iteration 14K, also known as 1.4 version K. The big 1.5 is coming up. We can do some slight changes to the model. The me. Oh man, I left the. Let's hide that right away here. Scope Dog. Ooh, you can see a peek at our item equipment script. What it rotates with, the zoom, lens zoom. Oh, I had all sorts of stuff. Look at that. Oh, I was adding in things to activate items. That's what we were doing. Huh. How far did I get? Nope, I didn't get that far. So, to activate the items when it's active. Wait, activate the items when it's active. When selected. That'll be a good one to revisit here. Let me get my notebook. To do. Where's the to do? Revisit. Equipment. Activation. I'm sure it's like a button. I think it was like, you know what? Instead of thinking, how does it go? Show, don't tell. Oh my goodness. All sorts of stuff here. No, I'm good. Okay, do a thing. I mean, you gotta have some well thought out function names. Like do a thing. There. Okay, now we're in software and game development. Now we're in the right category, right? Right. Oh my goodness. Got some smart looking things here. Turning the emission on and off? Oh, emission is the color. In this case, in this case, behind me, and also right here, the glowing eyes. Here, hold on. On with hand tracking. Okay. If you look at my eyes, if I cover it up with shadow, which isn't super evident in VC face in the corner here, the eyes still glow. They're not covered in shadow. Remember what I was saying about properly named functions? The rotatorator. Yes. Oh, what was that going to be? The rotatorator, for making things rotate, of course. In this very specific case, the different lenses, these rotate. So you have, I want to say like heat or infrared, normal is the big one. And then this is like a targeting computer or targeting scope. So it would switch between the three different scopes on the Scope Dog. Scope Dog was the name of the mecha that this was taken from. I need to bring back Mecha Modeling Mondays. That's a thing. Is rotating. Change rotating. Is rotating. It looks like this was in progress. If is rotating. What is rotating? Is rotating is false. So if is rotating, engage the rotatorator. And set change rotating to false. What does change rotating do? Change rotating has not been implemented. Got it. Okay, so what were we gonna do? We fixed that. Okay, we fixed that. Now we were going to go over here. For one thing, we were going to make this box pick-upable. How do we make an object pick-upable? We have scripts, and we have an easier way to find out. Where are my chairs? Yeah, let's get out of Rusty here. Main office. Let's go. Chair. Chair is object grabbable, and it is not in a. Can you see that? Yes, it is not in a special tag or layer, because that is something you can do. One of the ways to interact with objects is to tag them as a type of object. It makes the processes behind selecting objects easier. Theoretically, any object that I want to be grabbable or like damageable or something like that, like enemies, they should be tagged as enemies. You know, something like that. But in this case, object grabbable is just a script. So let's go over to the factory here. Where are we? No, this way, this way. For funsies. Oh, thank goodness. I can just do that. I don't have to find my script in the hierarchy. Bam. Wonderful. Wonderful. In Unreal, you probably have to like connect nodes or something, right? This is a plant. Environmental grass. So the real reason that I want to put these here is so I can drop them over the edge. Yep. Drop the box of rusty stuff. Yeah, rusty stuff. Over the edge. Now you, pink cable, the bane of my existence. Not really, but kind of. Rusty room. That's the name of the name of this. Okay. Rusty room. Okay. So in Rusty room, what are you? You are not in Rusty room. Organization. Organization. Okay. Rope test. Cube. 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 There we go. So this looks kind of odd, right? There's this big pink thing here. But look at rope. We're testing out a free rope simulator. You can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. Right now it's missing a texture. A line render. Okay. It's doing math. It's a line render. Okay, well that should be an easy fix. It does not have a material. That is indeed an easy fix. Let's see. Let's put beige. Beige. Let's do orange. No, that is not how you spell orange. Headset orange. Oranger. I mean, boring, but red? I do not have red. I don't know what that's called. Oh, we could give it wireframe. That'd be extra trippy. We never use wireframe mode anymore. You notice that? Blue material. Interesting. We have all sorts of fun colors here. We can make it glow like a laser or a light ray. Look at all these materials that we are horribly unoptimized for. Good thing we're not a professional game dev. That's a lot of materials. And more Pepto-Bismol. You know what? We'll make it the same color as the tie. Why? I don't know if it'll change color or not. It shouldn't change color. Depends which tie. But yeah. Look at this. Simulators. You don't have to worry about all this complex math because it is, here we go, optimized rope and cable. You can set the nice properties right here. Add wind effects so it's like swaying in the wind. So this is what we were going to use on any cables hanging from the ceiling that we wanted to move with the breeze. Yes, that we wanted to move with the breeze. It does not have collisions, unfortunately. I think you can add a box like in the middle, or you can collide with the ends. Yeah, so what I would probably do is I would have a, if I wanted this to move when I brush against it, is, I think I would have to add like an object right here and then have it influence that somehow. I don't know. Add mesh maybe, but. No, we should move this out of the way so it's not like in the way. Maybe hang it on the wall or something. You, get over here. Go float somewhere. There we go. Now it looks like it's doing something. Must be a little growth on the side of Rusty here. Rusty bot. I mean, we are solving the problem right now, I suppose. We're plugging it in to something. It's dynamic. Oh, hey, we have a security camera watching everything. That's exciting. Oh, one of the neat things is these do move around in game, not just in the editor. In fact, let's do that whole wind effect thing. Add wind effect. Oh, look at that. Wind force, wind direction, degrees. I mean, it's not moving right now, but I guess we'll find out next time we press play. But before we do that, we need to know where the heck we are. Oh, not that one. Let's do this one. Rusty Room 001. Rusty Room 001. We need to add a screwdriver and a pipe wrench. Now we need to add a teleport point. Probably right at the entrance. Right here. Empty. What do I call it? Do I call it teleport? One or the other. Right about there, a little bit above, so that we can drop in and not get stuck in the mesh. And then we'll face that way. Okay, so we had teleport, rusty room. I don't think we call them teleports. We do. Teleport target. We have one already. We have one already. Teleport target, rusty room. It's right there. It's literally right there. We just never hooked it up. We also have a teleport target warehouse. Which is down there. Where's the teleport script? Where is our teleport script? Right here, teleporter. And I really need a better way of doing this. Doom, 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 doom. Teleport. 8. Because we started, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Case 0. And that should do it. It is that easy. It should be easier. But I made this intentionally more difficult because I want to add in things. So like when I teleport into an outdoor destination, it might turn the sunlight on. If I go inside, it'll turn the sun off and the inside light's on. And just to kind of optimize it. Or what should be done, scene loading. Yeah, we should really be utilizing scenes. So we're not always carrying around this this big warehouse dealio. Okay, let's go find Rusty Room. probably save our script first. Seemed like a lot of work for one tiny change. Bam. We see where we are? We're right over there somewhere. Ta-da! Where's ta-da! Look it. Here we are. We are now inside the Rusty Room. With its subpar lighting. Should really fix that. Oh man, though, for real though, I would love a workshop-y, warehousey kind of place like this. As bad as it is, you know. Maybe cinder block walls, maybe not. Exposed girders. Big old panes of windows. It's sad too. There are a few places within a decent driving distance, that would fit that criteria. If I didn't have a full-time, well, if I didn't have my current full-time job, and if I had a couple $100,000 laying around to purchase and do some modernizing, some updates, probably asbestos removal. But yeah, I would love me a Rusty Robot Factory. Oh, hey, check that out. Let's go check out this cable, see what it's up to. Is it moving in the breeze? It is. It is slowly, subtly moving in the breeze. I love it. It is not casting a shadow though. I wonder if that's what the mesh setting was for. Maybe we should give that a shot. I mean, if it's just kind of hanging from the ceiling, it doesn't really need to cast shadows, but yeah. But why are our spotlights weirdly magenta? What is up with this? Oh, spotlight here. I think the spotlight is like within, or it's probably stuck. Like the spotlight is right in between those two halogen work lamps. We should fix that. You know what we haven't played with yet? We have not played with camera. What was our camera button? Was it 5? No, 6. It was 6. The camera's still too high up in the air. Still too high up in the air. There. Oh, it's interesting because unintended consequences or something. Let's see. There we go. We can play with the lighting. Let me get rid of this guy. Okay, so what makes this part interesting is we dropped a camera. So we put a camera on a tripod. In fact, it's slightly confusing because here's also a camera on a tripod right here. But this one's just for looks. But see, notice how we're being tracked in the scene now instead of having the camera orbit us, orbit the Rusty. Hello. But this camera is too high up in the air. Hello. We need to bring it down for a little bit. And then the lighting, my cursor on the screen, the lighting is controlled by our actual camera, which was never disabled. So if I were to switch back to the camera that's right now roughly where the cursor is, you see it. You can see the light, the spotlight casting shadows behind me. Point light, spotlight. I think it's a point light because they're higher quality in Unity. So we switch back to it. There we go. See? Right now I can place one camera. So we could put it like up here. And then now we're being viewed from on high. Okay. I had my cursor, but now we're being viewed from on high. Hello, way up there. Hello, beautiful people up on the top of the stairway. Yep. Boom, destroy. Fun little camera controls. I need to remember what everything is. It'd be nice if I had them on, what is basically right. It'd be nice if I had the camera controls and other objects as hotkeys on my touch portal. Stream Deck like device. Because then they would have a nice little picture. And they would have a nice little picture. And I wouldn't need to move the cursor around to go find it if it's like an on-screen interface. Oh, wait. We do have to test. We do have to test. This button? Why are you not grabbable? Thing. Oh, probably because we're way over there. Here, there. I'm like moving icons on my desktop. That's not good. Oh, they're not grabbable because they probably don't have, There we go. There's an error message right here off screen, off of your screen, that says there's no rigid body attached to prop cardboard box open 02, but a script is trying to access it. Yeah, it says that like right there. The joys of being in debugging mode. Okay. So sadly, we can't yeet these boxes off of the edge like this. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hi. We reached the time of the program where we default to fun visual shenanigans. Perhaps. Love it. Love it. I do need to add in the controls, which are starting to be boxed in over here. So we have a sort of turning button. Did we actually hook these up? We did hook them up. We did kind of hook up the controls. This one does rotation. Oh, nope, I think they all do rotation. Nope. Oh, that's the power button. That was the power button. Let's pop a new one in. I mean, yeah, let's try that again. What? There we go. Let's make so many of them that they can't rotate because they interfere with each other. There. No. Shh. Nope. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Nope. We don't have a teleport spot? We don't have a teleport spot over here. I mean, at least we have these nice screens we can walk around on now. We can make a bridge of screens. Look at this. For some reason, we float on certain objects. See, look, we're floating now. We're stuck in the free fall. We're stuck in free fall. I wonder if there's just not enough polygons, you know, enough mesh. Very odd. Very odd. See, and you can definitely see. You can definitely see how operator Rusty. Yeah, we have some quirks. It's like, oh, something is tilted on the screen. Do I fix it? No. Do I just tilt my head to line up with it? Yes. We do this a lot when we're using like Illustrator and Photoshop. It's like, oh, I need to move this angle. Yeah, I need to move this vector point here to get it to line up just right. There. And then, 40 minutes later, an hour later, I'm like, why is my neck sore? Yep. There we go. Tilt it more, problem solved. Exactly. Fun thing is, now we have tilt controls. Oh, wait. Where's this? This one's tilt controls have disappeared. Oh no, we didn't add tilt controls to, I mean, we did. You can grab them and go like this. Whoa. You can do that. It is apparently not recommended that we do that. Whoop. I did it again. Oop. I did it again. I play with your heart. And that was the end. Oh, baby. There we go. Look at it go. Okay, we need to do something about that pivot, apparently. Oop. We got a little too fresh with that one. We need to do something about the pivot over there. Because it's causing issues with how everything's balanced. Or we can just turn the screens off. Because that's the power button. Definitely need to prioritize that. Definitely need to prioritize that. Correcting and finalizing the interface. So yes, just tilt it. Lights. I can add tooltips. I just have not. One of these brings the screen back. Nope, that's just lights. In addition to the changelog, I should really have a bug list. Oh, you know what? We haven't talked about the gremlin in a bit. The gremlin. Any wonderful. The Rusty Pro Max 12. That's why he gets the extra cameras. I should really rig him up so he follows our tracking. It'd be more fun. I should just do... yeah, I should just have him as an alternate. I think that would definitely be... If I'm always watching. He's very much watching. He is the cameraman. Although the camera is like... Whoa! This is what happens when your cursor goes off the screen. Okay. So when we teleport into this spot, so that VTuber in the corner of the screen here, and then VTuber on the other corner of the screen, right? The camera is right about here. Wow, that looks like a spider. That is scary. We were talking about limbo earlier, but yeah, the camera is pretty much where the gremlin is, except I think I moved it like right about here. Can we access the camera controls from back here? I think we can. Or do we have to be... No, we have to be on that side. That's amusing. Okay. So the camera... Over here. Camera controls which I don't use enough. I really should. They are currently out of focus. But what they do is they zoom. We can zoom way out. And this controls the spout camera. So what gets sent to OBS. Okay, let's make it more obvious. Look at me setting all the way up. Hello. Now I'm in focus. Actually, this is... Oh, I should definitely use this more often. This is like perfect location for chatting on the side over here, isn't it? And then we can just reset the camera too. Play with the studio lights. I should definitely use this more often because I have it built in. I'm just literally clicking on the screen and moving these sliders around. I also have it tied to a hotkey though for the studio lights. I think it's this one. This one is just to toggle it on or off for those games where it's like really dark or at night. You can just go, oop, oop, no, not no. But if we're playing something like Voices of the Void, we have to add in some extra flavors. Little light trails. Oh, we've got our headset. Little light trails. Oh, and definitely if we were playing Voice of the Void in October, we definitely needed the appropriate antenna. I should make some more seasonal ones too. Maybe for April we get bunny ears. But one of the things I do want to add in here, one of the things I definitely want to add in are special effects. We just need to add in buttons for them. Okay, where are we? We need green screen. Green screen. We can just search for green screen. Green screen. There we go. I love the search system in Unity here in the hierarchy. So handy. We have special effects here somewhere. There we go. Fire huge. Oh, these were so beautiful. In fact, I took the little clip of me playing with the settings, getting it just right, being so beautiful. There's that one. But this one. Look, it comes through in spout. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, it actually comes through with the spout camera. In front of everything. It doesn't, it's a little harder to sell because you're like, no, it's just playing in the game. No. Ta-da! That's my desktop background. So I can make a slightly less fiery fire and just have it like on the bottom of the screen maybe. The original intent was for a campfire. It got out of control. Yes. So sadly the post-processing effects, I lost my Unity. Where'd it go? Sadly the post-processing effects don't come through in spout. That should be on the to-do list too. Revisit. Revisit. It's fun to talk about what we've done. Revisit. Post-processing with spout. What I can do is I can send two cameras instead of what we're doing right here, which is still good. It's still so much improvement over just VC phase, but yeah, let's get out of the spout area. Can we get out of the spout area? Oh, we can get out of the spout area, but the fire's still there. Funny enough. You'll have to take my word for it. That looks good. Yeah, it's just kind of there. It just kind of sticks around. What if we turn off spout put? There we go. There we go. I mean, I had it tweaked really nice. Let's see. It changed a little bit. I had to change something on it just a little bit. I had like a tornado. A tornado, and it was pretty impressive, but it just, the quality was beautiful. Yeah, this looks a little washed out, unfortunately. But I did have to work with some of the settings. What was it? What were these settings? I had to work with, was it emission? No. I forget exactly. I should review the VOD. You can't see me. Spell put. There we go. I should review the VOD because that's the beauty of it. I'm recording everything. So as I'm working on all this stuff, if I want to review something or see what I did, see what settings I changed and messed up, I can. You can just go right back. You can just go right back and see. It's like, oh, here's what I screwed up. Let's type those numbers back in. But no, I had to play with the shader on these particles in order to get them to come through in spout. Oh, here it is. Duh. Look it. You can just scroll further. Polygon particle effects. I had to change it to a universal render pipeline texture. I think that's pretty much all I did, dude. Well, anyways, we should just bring in some more effects. You know what we should do? Should we see if we can crash? Should we see if we can crash? Oh boy, we could definitely crash. We're gonna go revisit an old friend. We're gonna go revisit an old friend. Where are? Here we go. Okay, here we go. No, wait, let's disable the warehouse first. Warehouse. Disable warehouse. It's gone. Should we see? The warehouse is gone. We just have the office, the original test office floating. And of course, he who T-poses. Hello, Temporal Nix. Welcome in. We are going to go somewhere we haven't been in a while. Quite a few months, actually. The space station. Oh man, that space station's big. Okay, let's see if we can hop on over there. Here we are. The space station. Oh, we have to change to like appropriate headgear here. There we go. What was is it X? What was the hotkey for the space? There we go. There are too many shadowed punctual lights active at the same time. URP will not render all the shadows. You get distracted by watching Metabots. Metabot, awesome. Okay, here we go. Reset the camera. There we go. Resetted the camera. Hello. One episode left. I was catching up on an anime this week too. They're not having a new season or anything. I was just catching up on it. Your favorite robot was streaming. Aww. Hold on. We gotta. Yeah, well, let's get that cursor out of the way. Hold on. Here we go. This hand. Ta-da! A heart for you. Oop, there we go. Where should we go? Where should we go on the space station? Wait, should we go visit Dead Sun? There we go. Or Day of the Tentacle. We'll say it's Day of the Tentacle and not Dead Sun. There should be a floating head here somewhere. There we go. Ah, man. This takes me back. Ooh, you ended up rewatching Delicious in Dungeon. You had a hankering. Were you having a hankering? Were you hungry for it? No, there's a few series that are having Ravenous, yes. Let's see. A few series that are having new seasons come out. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, take it or leave it. Freerun's got to be starting up soon. It's sometime this year. There's going to be another season of Freerun, which top 10 anime. But no, I was watching. What is the full title? Moonlit Fantasy. It's like Tsukimichi is what it's shortened to. It's one of my more favorite isekais, especially with how the character develops. It does a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff, but also has really good character development and world handling. There's some other ones like the Slime or Overlord's early season. That yeah, they don't. They kind of just peter out. Oh, the door that opens and closes by itself. For those who weren't here in the early days, before we finished the factory, we had the space station. In fact, this very bright space station. We can turn the lights out. We can navigate in the dark here if we really wanted to. Turn the station lights back on and the flashlight off. But this was our coding wonderland. For instance, here we're it's one of the first animation things we did. Made a door just open and close on a little timeline. Super easy, super easy. Where's our security screen? Oh, and oh no, we have to fix Flying Rusty. That is unacceptable. But also, low resolution TV screen, or low resolution, I should say camera, but TV screen. See, look, we're in low poly mode, or not low poly, low pixel mode. Low pixel, yeah. Docking clamps, Jane. Now, Tsukimichi, which is Tsukigamichi something. A Moonlit Fantasy. I recommend it. I would say like the first 4 or 5 episodes feel a bit too much like a comedy. I mean, there's a lot of comedy in it. There really is. But it does balance out the comedy and the seriousness as it goes along. It doesn't just stay as a slapstick kind of dealio. Does this still work? I wonder if this portal still works after we moved everything around. It does. Hello, portal. Now we're thinking with portals. Here, we'll switch to appropriate sci-fi headgear. Did we fix it? We did. The eye, the lens on the visor tracks with the eyes now. Yes. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, Nix, I missed your message. Feels like you need a big head, small tentacle octopus. But this is true. Not just a giant tentacle. I feel like that tentacle in the jar is very much a nod to Day of the Tentacle. Look it. We are upon Giant Rusty's head. Will it zoom out far enough? Of course it will zoom out far enough. We can zoom out like crazy. Zoom, scroll forever. There we go. But there's the old office where we used to have instantiate chair. But that script got co-opted for the big old TV screens. The big old TV screens. Ooh, some of our teleport points could be very interesting now. Teleport. Yep. Nah, part of the factory is not there anymore. Yeah, look, we are somewhere on top of the space station. Is the light... Oh, is the light the sunlight? Is the light the sunlight? No, it looks like the sun is part of the warehouse, which we hid. So the warehouse is currently right where we're standing. And then here is another teleport. There we go. And now we're back. Kind of. I didn't think I had the sun tied to the warehouse. There we go. Now you can see all the lights of the... There we go. The lights of the space station. And there's the other office. I bet I could turn off the office lights from here. Let's see. Nope, there's something in the way. The windows. The windows are in the way. Otherwise, I should be able to click right there. And there we go. Oh my goodness. Look at Rusty over here. Rusty Pro Max 12. Spooky. Let's make him a little less spooky. There we go. Turn the lights up. There. Now he is friendly. Now he is friendly and not someone you'd find in a dark alley. Oops. Dark alley time again. Yeah, I need to rig him up. I forget if I just resized or if I don't know if he's properly rigged or not. He is in A pose. You know, the power pose. Oh, what the? We are too close to the camera. There we go. He is in A pose for dominance. You would think T pose would be for dominance, but I think it's I think A pose for dominance. Yes. Okay, where should we go next? I mean, space station is always cool. For instance, you have the botany lab. Oh, we haven't done it forever. I don't remember what hotkey it is. So this will be an adventure. Is it this one? No, it is not that one. Is it? Wait. When they call an A pose a sort of messed up T pose and then complain that devs can't rig. Are you kidding me? A pose is, in most cases, far superior to T pose. However, it depends on what you're doing, right? The perk of T pose, which I don't think my tracking will, nope, tracking will not let me do a T pose. But I mean, the perk of the T pose is that you can have your hand above your head easier. So like me, I am rigged in T pose, but my tracking rest is A pose. So like when when my leap isn't detecting my arms, see, like there, it just naturally goes down. The animation naturally goes down to an A pose. Now, the nice thing about A pose is that your shoulder will look nicer in high res anyways. You'll need less corrective blend shapes or however the hell they do it these days with game engines. In cinematic mode, at least back in the day, in cinema, you would need either corrective rigging or corrective blend shapes. You know, so when it's up here, like you can see, I mean, you can see I'm tracking controlled, so it's slightly different on how I'm animated because I'm controlled by a tracking avatar, which isn't moving all of the joints nicely. It simplifies things. It really does. It'd be interesting to unsimplify it. But yeah, you can see how the shoulder gets a little messed up. We'll just pretend that I'm wearing like shoulder pads to make myself look more studly. Yes. Oh wait, oh geez, I'm sitting on top of myself because I hit the C button, and the C button used to switch between us and it no longer does. So unfortunately, we're gonna be dragging him around for a bit. Oops, I gotta get rid of him. I'm gonna go back to space station. Back to space station. You know, we're gonna fix this right now. We're gonna fix this right now. Because we can. And then we'll have to fix it again because we'll have broken it. Or we'll have fixed it in play mode, which does not fix it. You go away. So what we need to do is we need to find a script that changes this to a ship. And then there we go. Ta-da! Oh no. Oh no. This is terrible now. Oh, this is terrible. So, because we fixed things, we broke things. Yes, because we fixed things, we broke things. Look at us bounce now. Look at us bounce as we're flying around in flying rusty mode. Because our main body no longer, you can't see me do my stuff. Because the main body no longer just skates along, you know, with our roller skates, smoothly moving. We're now animated, so we're bouncing all over the place. Because all we're doing is hiding the Oh, that's better. Is that better? No, that's not better. Yeah, all we're doing is hiding the body when we hit that hotkey. Oh, I have to fix that. Fix drone rusty. Drone headed rusty. Yeah. It's part of a larger thing. I need my body back. I gesture way too much. And talk with my hands. But yeah, here's what I was kind of talking about. See, so because now we go like this. See our head bounce. So even if I'm moving, you know, my head side to side or whatever, it still has the bounce from, yeah. But that's kind of how we blended things in order to get the walking and talking and emoting and moving our head and all that kind of fun stuff. I do need to adjust. I'm probably going to do this off stream because it's going to be a lot of starting and stopping and typing. Definitely not tonight. How we blended things in a very interesting manner. I had to edit. I had to write a script and edit the Unity bone definitions, I think. And what would be controlled by what? No, not Unity's. I used the Unity bone definitions dictionary to edit the VRM, the VMC, the virtual motion capture script coming in. So yeah. When I say it like that, it sounds easier than it was. As most things that are DIY horrific like this. Here we go. Should we stand right here? Is it right here? For old time's sake, we're gonna start right here. I think we started right underneath this light, right about here. I think when I press play, like this is where I would start, except the camera would be like over here. I'd have to spin the camera around every time. The early days of the space station. Oh, brings back memories. I think this would be a nice place to end, actually. Not in the factory, but where it all began. Because I'm going to have to wrap up stream. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for stopping by and saying hi. 2 years. 2 years. But looking forward, before I say goodbye, looking forward, yeah, we went over where we goodbye regular size Rusty. Whoa. Well, thank you. Thank you for dropping some gifts, subs, Morse. Awesome. I appreciate it. Hype train started. Look at that. 2 years. 2 years. Yeah. Oh, man. Good times. But yeah, where we're going. So, the robot, as in the physical robot, he's pretty much out of commission now. So he'll be retiring. Oh, and next you got your continuing your sub. Thank you. The robot, the full-size Rusty, old man Rusty, we'll call him. We'll call him old man Rusty. We'll just hop over there real quick. This guy, old man Rusty, will be retiring. But in his place, oh no, he will be retiring. But in his place, after I get some of the details nailed down, some of the designs nailed down, we'll be working on Old Man Rusty 2.0, or maybe Young Man Rusty. We'll call him Young Man Rusty. Young Rusty. There we go. Yes. He will be not this size. He will be indeed Little Rusty. He will be if my testing goes as planned. If my testing goes as planned, Little Rusty or Young Rusty. We'll have to workshop that. We'll have to work Little Rusty or Young Rusty. Little Rusty sounds like he's gonna be a rapper. He will be able to fit inside of Old Man Rusty's head. Rustito. Hola, Rustito. ¿Cómo estás? Yes, he should be able to, he will be able to fit inside of Rusty's head. I just don't know if I'm going to go action figure sized, which would almost fit inside the head, or if I want to go smaller. I mean, I want to go smaller, but then you start to lose out on things. You start to lose out on things like the lens moving around. I still want to stick with me. Branding, as they say in corporate talk. Life-size version of He Who T-poses. You know, if I ever do a cardboard standee, T-pose. T-pose and glowy eyes, for sure. For sure. I mean, the life-size version of He Who T-poses is Rusty. He is chatting. Him. that is one of my sweatshirts, one of my hoodies. So he is life, and you know, this is a 3.5-inch floppy drive. Not really floppy, disk drive. There's a headphones over on the other side, you know, an actual headphone can. That is one of the reasons that I wanted to one of the reasons I went with this is so I could assemble Rusty from parts. So he looked scavenged, because he mostly is. I mean, there's a lot of 3D printing in there too. But he's scavenged components, and that was the look, you know? But little Rusty will be V2%. Kind of. Oh, he'll be smaller than this. I have plans. I don't want to spoil them, but I also want to do testing. His eye looks sad. It is. It is sad. You know, I won't, when I go that small, I will not be able to have a screen eye. That's one downside. It'll be more like this. I still want to have the eyes differentiated. You know, the not quite heterochromia. Which is funny. It's funny. So Robot Rusty can do heterochromia where the eyes are different colors. I don't have that built into the VTuber, and I should. I have a toggle so I can swap colors between, the blue of the eye and the orange of the tie. Unfortunately, on this one, I did not properly map the tie material, it looks like. The tie should be blue. The tie should be blue right now, but it looks like I didn't hook up that material because they're supposed to swap. Only the tie does not emit light as it, shouldn't. But no, funny actual Rusty fact is I do have heterochromia. so it's kind of, I mean, it's not blue and red. That'd be something. But yeah, one of my eyes does have a split color. So I think that'd be kind of fun if I ever do a humanoid model with a more like humanoid head. I think I would do closer to that, somewhere in between. Get a little bit more on model with the operator, I guess. Yeah, no, that'd be crazy something if I had a orange and blue split, glowing orange and blue split eyes, huh? But no, this is great. Oh, wait, what have we got? Oh, Spout, have you been lingering on the side of the screen the whole time? Spout. You have been. Oh, jeez. Gotta reset that camera. Messing up my... There we go. I didn't look over at OBS enough to realize that it was doing that. There we go. He who T-poses. He who T-poses in the sky. Oh! I just knocked I think a cell phone off the desk here and it went into the void. Big time into the void. Okay, we are going to, I think this is a good classic. Would it be blue? Let's be orange. Good classic spot to end the stream, I think. Because I do have to end the stream, unfortunately. But let's go see. Oh yes, again, I did want to share that little tidbit of working on Rusty Actual Robot 2.0. Yes, and we'll be working on the VTuber too a little bit, just to continue the progress. That'll be more like a 1.5, whereas the robot will be a 2.0 and he'll be bite-sized. In fact, he'll be like, I'll have to resize the VTuber to match. So like rescale him so when it's mini actual robot, we have mini VTuber too, running around on the desk or something. Oh, welcome in. If I read this correctly, David Does Dev. Welcome in. Sadly, we're just wrapping up, but thank you for stopping by to the Rusty... Wait. Bam! The Rusty Robot Factory. Hey, we're the robot today. The random text generator says we are the robot. We're just about to head out. But thanks for stopping by. I usually stream Mondays and Wednesdays. But I think next week it's going to be Monday and Friday. One of the days is going to be dev and the other day is going to be gaming. Probably. We'll see. It's going to be a rough weekend. I mean, a busy weekend. So, might be gaming. We'll have to see. But I do want to thank everyone for stopping by for the 2-year streamiversary. Yeah, that's kind of an awkward angle. Where should we go? We need different locations. Red? No. Red? No. Yeah. No. Whoa. Maybe not there. That place doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Oh, and we reset everything. So all of our stuff, we've been playing this, playing around here for a while. All of our stuff got all messed up. To the void for you. Yes. To the void. There we To the void for all of us. Oh, okay. Speaking of voids, there we go. Let's go blue mode. Oh, okay. And give chat a little pat here. Thank you, chat. Let's go find out where on earth our Twitch browser went. And is there somebody we can raid? Who's doing something devy? Maybe not. Maybe not. Wait. You know what? We dropped by Noodle the other night. Yeah, I saw that. We dropped by Noodle the other night, and we're gonna drop by again. Assuming she's not wrapping up yet. We're gonna beat her to it. Let's go raid Noodle Cat. We do have default raid message, or let's do anniversary. No, streamiversary. It's not. We're not married. I mean, we are, but streamiversary raid and do some nodders. If you have the emotes now, thanks to our wonderful patron here, you could do that. Or oh shoot, do I have to retype this? I do have to retype this. We do also appreciate the dancing dinos. Okay. Thank you all for stopping by. You know what? Let's go in front of the big screen here to end up. There we go. This seems like a good place to wrap up the stream as I lose my voice. Thank you for stopping by. Let's go say hi to Noodle Cat. See y'all next week. See y'all around. Temporal Nix, shame on you. Wisconsin starts with a W. That is your Wisco fact. Let's get out of here.